Gibbs has officially left NCIS, but the show itself has left it open for his return. In the show, Gibbs is finally retired from duty after being in the show less and less over the years. However, as of right now, Gibbs won't be a regular or a guest star on a regular basis. Fans have now been wondering when Gibbs will appear again, so stay tuned in today's video as we discuss updates on Gibbs' return from Mark Harmon himself. First up, is Gibbs going to return soon? A recent update has come out from NCIS executive producer and star Mark Harmon, as many fans are excited and stoked for his character Gibbs to return. Gibbs has obviously been in the show since its release back in 2003, but in season 19, episode 4, he recently took his retirement from the NCIS. The door remained open for his return, but the possibility had never been confirmed until now. However, with the recent release of season 19 on DVD, hints about the possible return of Gibbs from Harmon himself have been released. Gibbs has been a staple of NCIS ever since the first season and has been one of the most important characters for fans. NCIS is the longest running scripted television show in history and has even spawned multiple spin-offs throughout its time. However, the main show has always been the best, and despite most of the main cast leaving, Gibbs has stuck around and kept fans going with NCIS. Many characters have come and gone, but Gibbs has always been a main and constant fixture for fans on the series itself. Many were surprised to see Gibbs take his retirement to Alaska in season 19, but knew it was coming at some point, as Mark Harmon himself had expressed wanting to leave the series. Harmon really wanted to just work as an executive producer on the series and not act, as he is getting into his later years now. Harmon himself hasn't actually retired, as he said that his character will come back at any time. All they know is that Gibbs is living far away in Alaska, but that's it. This statement was obviously very ambiguous and brief, but very fitting for someone like Gibbs. Him retiring obviously isn't the end-all be-all for the character, as he will most likely return for multiple storylines in the future before the series end. Especially with other characters like Dinozo probably returning soon, Gibbs may be off finding some peace in the Alaskan wilderness. However, that doesn't eliminate the possibility of him returning to the series. Harmon himself is still an active actor and works as an executive producer on the series. He said himself he even hopes that Gibbs isn't gone from NCIS for good. So will Gibbs return to NCIS in the future? Well, at this point, it's up in the air, but there are plenty of hints from various sources pointing towards him returning before the end of the series. Obviously, we had this ambiguous statement from Harmon himself, but Sean Murray, his co-star, had something else to say. Murray obviously plays Timothy McGee in this series and has done so for a very long time. He said he truly believes that Gibbs could pop up anywhere and believes that there is a very large possibility of that happening in the future. You can never count him out of the show, he said during Paley Fest. Obviously, this return isn't promised, but with everyone involved saying that it's a possibility, Gibbs should return before the show ends. If for some reason Gibbs doesn't return in the future, Stephen Binder, the showrunner for the series, said that his legacy will be felt throughout all of NCIS until its end. Co-stars, the showrunners, and fans have all been gunning for Gibbs to make his comeback, so it's a high possibility that he'll return in some capacity before the end. Gibbs deserves some peace after everything he's gone through, and the Alaskan wilderness is the perfect place for it. However, this doesn't mean that he can't pop up time to time to check in on his old team. Nothing has been confirmed, but NCIS will probably be ending in the next few years as most of the cast went on and Gibbs is gone. Gibbs is the heart of the series, and now if he is gone, many fans might stop watching. It would be awesome for the end of NCIS to see all the remaining alive characters return for one final hurrah. What do you all think about this? Please let us know down in the comment section below, and also tell us your thoughts on Gibbs' departure from NCIS. And now, on to some other NCIS news. Next up, NCIS is kicking off its 20th season with a massive crossover event. CBS's unstoppable ratings giant NCIS is coming back this fall for its historic 20th season, making it one of the very few scripted series to achieve such a lauded achievement. And when the current film season arrives, it won't exactly be alone either, as CBS announced fans will be privy to a full-blown crossover event for the September premieres for both NCIS and NCIS Hawaii. On Monday, September 19th, NCIS will kick off the 2-hour premiere event with a suspenseful case that will become bigger than anyone expected, which will lead the Washington, D.C. squad across the Pacific and over to the Aloha State for some high-stake actions. We'll get into the specifics for the first hour after peeping out the first look at the upcoming crossover. Clearly, NCIS's creative team was keeping things close to the vest recently when addressing the topic of the drama chances of fully crossing over to either its Hawaii or Los Angeles spin-offs, as it wasn't hinted that the two Monday night dramas would be doing this, just that they're first steps back on the schedule. This marks the second episodic crossover for the two shows, with the spin-off's first season bringing over Wilder Valderrama and Katrina Law into the Hawaii sunshine. McGee does feature in the promotional photos for this crossover event, but don't expect to see him on the beaches of Hawaii with some shades, as he isn't listed on the cast for the crossover. For some reason, it seems that he will just be in one scene of the episode as he introduces his team to the Hawaiian team. It would have been awesome to see McGee interact with more NCIS Hawaii cast members, but that might have to wait for a future crossover episode. If this crossover episode does well, we might see more in the future. And finally, why did the NCIS cast members quit? NCIS is of course television's longest running scripted show, but most of the original cast have actually left the series over the years. There are obviously a multitude of reasons why someone would want to leave a show like this, as it has been going on for a long time before any of them decided to leave. Some of the characters were killed off and others just left to pursue other careers. However, one thing that isn't explained enough in the fandom is why these actors left in the first place. Was it to do with something on set, or was it something to do with their personal lives? Well, stay tuned to the end of this video as we're going to go over a few of the most important cast members and why they quit the series. Michael Weatherly is one of the original NCIS cast members alongside Mark Harmon, but in 2016 he said that he would be retiring from his character Anthony Denizo after portraying him for 13 seasons on NCIS. He tweeted out that he will miss his amazing crew who are like family to him, and that it's been a fantastic ride. At first, it seemed like he left the series to helm his own show titled Bull. However, after a while, he did an interview with Hollywood Reporter saying he was just burnt out after 13 years on the show and took the opportunity to leave as he had other ventures to pursue. He said it was the right time and about time to leave the series as he was ready for new challenges in his acting career. Bull went on for 6 seasons but recently came to an end, leading fans to believe that Anthony Denizo would actually appear in a season of NCIS. Currently, this hasn't happened, but fans are waiting for their beloved character to return before the series ends altogether. The other massive cast member that left before more recently was Pauley Perrette, as she played fan favorite Abby for 15 seasons. Her exit from the series was very surprising, and her reasons for leaving were even more shocking. She had multiple excuses for leaving, but the main reason for her terrific run coming to an end was that she was terrified of Mark Harmon's dog attacking her. After all these years as friends on and off set, it seemed like Perrette had enough of Mark Harmon's dog, as she said she had nightmares about it attacking her. She told him not to bring the dog anymore, but he kept doing it. She went off at Harmon and was fired for her attack on him. This is a sad way to end on this series, but Abby had a great character arc and was a fan favorite throughout. And that is the end of today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed this latest video. If you did, please would you let us know down in the comment section below? It would be very helpful. Make sure to like the video, comment down below, and of course, subscribe to the channel with the notification bell rung. Thanks for watching today's video. Bye!